Hi, this video was taken at the Wyoming border, most notably at Van Tassel, Wyoming, on US Highway 20 West. I also took some video and pictures at the Nebraska border, Wyoming-Nebraska border. I was planning on, I was thinking about going on to Casper, Wyoming, but it was 137 miles. I changed my mind. Service was very poor. I talked about this. I decided that it might not be such a good idea. I was starting late, or I would have been driving it late rather, and I just decided that that might not be such a good idea because there is no service. If something happened, God forbid if something happened, I'd kind of be stuck out there. It's very desolate. There's very little traffic, and by nighttime there's probably a car only here and there, lots of wildlife. Anyway, so I changed my mind. So anyway, here at the Nebraska-Wyoming border. Okay, I just hit the Wyoming line. I am in a little town called Van Tassel, Wyoming, and I saw a sign back there said 11 miles, but I thought I would have to take something else. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm on the right course, so this is nice, but from the looks of it, if I take US Highway 20 West, I'm going to end up in Casper, Wyoming, and that's way out of the way. That's not where I wanted to end up. I also saw a sign that said US 20 to Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Park. I've been to Yellowstone before, but that wasn't going to be part of my trip either. So anyway, I'm standing out here. It's gorgeous. I'm in Wyoming, but I have to make sure that I am headed in the right direction because I'm not sure that I am. If I stay on this route, from the looks of it, I'm going to just keep on going until I get to Casper, Wyoming, and that is 137 miles. I should have already, I'm probably still way over 100, maybe 125 to Valentine, Nebraska, but anyway, I'm going to zoom in, show you this old house or whatever that is out in the distance. That's nice. You can see the hills in the background. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I would love to be able to go to Yellowstone again, but that wasn't my intent. I've been to Yellowstone before and I love it. I liked it, but that's not going to be my intent, not this time out. I would love to, but I still want to go to Deadwood. I still want to go to Fort Yates and Sitting Bull's gravesite. And then, of course, come back up through Michigan. I don't know. I could just turn around and hit I-90. I could do everything I want to do, hit I-90 and come back. But that's not my intent. I really don't want to drive I-90. That's not, that I-90 all the way from Montana is a really, really long drive just on the interstate. I really don't want to do that, and it's a very long drive, and I only have like 8 weeks. So anyway, plus it's like, well, it's no big deal. I've been out there, and it's $80 to get in it. It's phenomenal, but it's a 60-mile drive every night, and I back into Bozeman, and I've been there, done that, but anyway. So I'm just standing out here, just thought I'd take a little video. Wyoming doesn't look much different than Nebraska, but the landscape does start to change a little bit. I'm going to map now, and I got to figure out if I'm going in the right direction because this doesn't seem right. Maybe it is. Maybe I do cross over into Wyoming and back into Nebraska. I don't know. I have to map it. So I'll be back with you guys a little bit later. Okay, I thought I would take a little video right here. Just take a little video right here, right at my car. I see that I have no internet service, so I don't know if I'm going in the right direction or not. I sure hope I am, because I don't remember it doing that. I will drive a little further, and hopefully, otherwise I'm going into Casper, Wyoming. Okay guys, I'm standing right here at the Nebraska line, Nebraska-Wyoming line. I just did the Wyoming. I do not have service, and I stupidly did not get a map, so the next gas station I come to, I'm definitely going to have to get a map of definitely Wyoming. Maybe they will have one of Nebraska as well, because I'm going to have a map. I remember from the last time when I was in the Dakotas, I always got a map. Anyway, here is the landscape. I have not decided. I've been debating on whether I should turn around and go back to where I came from, which is Fort Robinson. Basically, I left off at Fort Robinson, and the next stop was Harrison, but it's crazy. I'm pretty sure the Bridges to Buttes byway goes all the way on US Highway 20. So, you know, I don't know. It may, I can't get service, so I don't know. It may break off somewhere up here. I don't know. It's already 6 o'clock, and I'm debating if I should turn around and go back to the place I was at last night, which is Chadron, Nebraska, and then kind of, you know, just start all over again, you know, just hit it again tomorrow and start all over. But if I'm traveling, but if I do have to come this way, then I'm basically doing the same trek all over again. So honestly, I don't know. According to the sign, I'm 137 miles into Casper, Wyoming, and I can probably knock that down in a couple of hours, maybe 3. So I've been to Casper before. They got a Walmart. It's a big enough town. They will definitely have, I'm sure they'll have 24-hour gas stations. If not, you know, there's the Walmart. Anyway, but it's definitely big enough. I've been to Casper before. There's only like 3 big places. It's Casper, Cheyenne, and Gillette. Anyway, I'm just, you know, I'm waffling because I don't know. So, but I don't want to have to do this trek all over again if I am going in the right direction. So, and it's 6 o'clock, so I got to make a decision and decide what I'm going to do. Either go back to Chadron, where I left off this morning, and maybe end up redoing this trek again, or stay on this trek and just, you know, when I get to Casper, remap and get myself a map, find a store with a map, and buy a couple of maps of Nebraska, Wyoming, so I can at least I got a better idea of where I'm going, what I'm doing. Anyway, that said, I'm going to get back on the road. Like I said, I'm waffling, but I think I'm just going to, I don't know. It's tough because I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. I may be going 150 miles out of the way from Valentine, Nebraska. But, you know, I don't know. So, you know, and if I go to Casper and it turns out to be way too far to Valentine to finish out the Bridges to Buttes, I may just map straight into Deadwood and do the Gold Rush Byway. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But right now I'm still waffling. It's beautiful out here. It is absolutely gorgeous out here, though. So I'm not sure. I'm probably going to just maybe stay in Wyoming and keep going. Anyway, I haven't decided yet. You know, I may turn around, go back. I don't want to go back, so I really don't. So anyway, not sure if there was another turn I was supposed to take. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back with you guys later. Okay, I'm back down here at the Van Tassel, Wyoming. Here is the Van Tassel, Wyoming Town Hall and Fire Station. There's something, a Brand's Letter Post. I think it's a historic site or place or something. I think I'm going to go back up there and take a look. I got about 80 miles to go. I ultimately, oh yeah, the sun's right in my eyes. Let's go over here. I ultimately decided to turn around. There's no service. There's 0 service in Wyoming, but I finally found one little spot with a tiny bit of service, and I was able to map it. And yeah, the Bridges to Buttes Byway ends at the Wyoming line, And so anyway, it was 137 miles to Casper. I turned around and go. I actually did one section of Bridges to Buttes. I picked it up. I traveled like 70 miles from Alliance, picked up US Highway 20 West, and traveled to the Wyoming border. So Wyoming is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I would love to maybe keep going, but this wasn't I've been to the Grand Teton, I've been to Yellowstone, I've been to Casper, Wyoming, I've been through Wyoming, and I'm not pleased that there's no service. It's getting late, and if something happened, there's just no service. And so a lot of wildlife and no service. So I'm just not comfortable with that. So I've decided to head back. I will probably end up being at the same place I was last night, which I don't like to do that, but it'll work. Anyway, I'm going back up here to the Brands Letter Post, and I'll be back with you guys a little bit later. Okay, before I leave Wyoming, I thought I would get out of the car. It's about 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Get out of the car to take a little video out here. I was sharing some stuff earlier, but I didn't want to. I was right near someone's house, and I wasn't too happy about doing that. There's like 0 people out here. It's like nothing. I mean, it's like all day today. I think I had one truck passed me, maybe 2 when I was down at Van Tassel. Basically, there is no traffic. And I went through Harrison, of course, and I don't think, Harrison, Nebraska, and I don't think there was much traffic coming that way either. There's like very, very little. There's like nothing out here. And that's one thing that's influencing my decision to turn around and go back. I don't really want to be at Chadron. It was okay. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was a 24-hour store. It was, it wasn't bad. In fact, I cleaned up, whatever. I washed my hair this morning. Not bad at all, and it's not, it's not something I'll probably do tomorrow. But anyway, I wasn't too hip on staying on this road because there's like no traffic. There's no service. I mean, I think I hear a car coming, which is crazy because there's like almost no traffic out here. But anyway, I thought I'd get out, finish up a little bit of the video, do a little bit more video, and ultimately I'm glad I got service. I found out that I am in the wrong direction. It is 100 on US 20 West. It is 137 miles to Casper, Wyoming, and essentially I was able to, I just saw a sign back there, and I am roughly 65 miles back to where I was last night at Chadron, Nebraska. So it's 7, like I said, 7 o'clock. It's going to be dark in I don't know, hour and a half. It's going to be getting dark hour and a half. 2 hours it'll be dark, but this way, 137 miles is doable. But the biggest issue that I'm having, or I was having, about going to Casper is that there's no service out here. There's literally 0. There's nothing. There's no service. There's probably no services until I get to Casper, which is almost 140 miles away. If there was an issue, I don't have a phone. I can't call for help, and there's no people out here either. And if there are people, and that's something that I think I shared this in another video. I shared it in another video like a long time ago when I was in Spokane, Washington, and I hit a deer, and a guy stopped. He asked if he could help me, but he just really gave me the creeps. Maybe he was just being friendly, but he was a really creepy person, and I didn't get a good vibe from the person, and so that's another issue. 3 things: no service, wildlife. There's wildlife. There's probably bears out here. Maybe, I don't know. Just not. It's just no people, and possibly, not, there's the safety issue. So anyway, I just decided it wasn't particularly a good, just not a good idea. Okay, someone just now passed me in a Ford Bronco, so there is a little bit of some people out. There's a few here and there, but one thing I can say is that, and I noticed this in Nebraska as well, when I got to, I was headed toward I had left Grand Island, Nebraska, going toward Ravenna Lake and toward Alliance on the Sandhills Byway. There was once it got dark, there was literally really no people. And there's not that many people on the road. I know that last night driving to Shadron, it was already dark when I left Fort Robinson, and that was only 27 miles though, so it's not a bad drive. There was, again, no people, but I did have service, and I have not lost service through Nebraska yet, but this is a good lesson when I get to South Dakota, and I am headed to Deadwood, South Dakota, not next. I would like to do the rest. I do want to do the rest of the Bridges to Buttes Byway, then the Gold Rush Byway, and then head on up to, which will basically take me to Deadwood. So that means I'm going to have to get a map. I definitely need a map. And if it starts to get later and dark, and I'm not really, and it's too far to my next destination, or I'm not sure about my next destination, or, I can't pull the information up, or there's no service, then I know from now on that I simply, whether I like it or not, once I've gotten 60, 70, 80, 100 miles, whatever it is, once it gets about 6 p.m., 7 p.m., whatever, depending on how far out I am, then depending on how late I start, I got to turn around. I just got to turn around. I got to turn around. If it's 70 miles and it's getting late, then I simply explore, turn around, go back to where I was, start the next day, and hopefully start earlier. I thought I was getting an early start today, but obviously I did not. Anyway, I know I'm talking a lot, I'm rambling. Ultimately decided to turn around because I've seen Wyoming, I've been to Montana, I've been to Yellowstone. It would be wonderful if I could, but it's a long way out, and I still have stuff I want to do that I've not seen. I have not been to Deadwood. I've not been to Sitting Bull's gravesite. I've not done these byways. So anyway, but there is the rest of the Bridges to Buttes Byway, and I will pick that up in Shadron and travel east. And then from there, next stop will be the Gold Rush Byway, or rather to Deadwood. Anyway, I've rambled on enough out here. This is going to end up being more than one video. Probably just one video here for Wyoming. But it is very beautiful out here. It is absolutely phenomenal out here. It really is. If I had hit Wyoming a few hours earlier in the day, I definitely would have went further. In fact, I may have went on to Casper, but maybe not. But I would have went definitely farther into Wyoming. Anyway, I'll be back just a little bit later. Okay, I just crossed back over the Nebraska line, and according to the little, marquee back there, I am 9 miles back to Harrison. Anyway, it's about 7 o'clock, a little past 7 o'clock, like I said. It's Mountain Standard Time, so I don't have to be in a real rush to get off this road because it'll still be daylight at 9 o'clock. Well, actually, it gets dark right at 9. When it was on Central Time, it got dark at probably about 10, 9:30, 10. Anyway, I'm here at a historical marker. It's called Coffee Siding. And let me give you a little information. It says large pioneer ranches were established in this region of Nebraska in the 1870s and early 1880s. Charles F. Coffey was one of these pioneers, with ranch headquarters on Hat Creek in Nebraska and Rawhide Creek in Wyoming. By June 1886, the Fremont, Elkhorn, and Missouri Valley Railroad, later the Chicago and Northwestern, reached the present site of Harrison. On August 15th, Coffey shipped the first train load from Harrison to Chicago. Coffey Siding, located here to avoid higher freight rates in Wyoming, became an important shipping point for Nebraskans. Wyoming ranchers also trailed herds here for shipment. Near the 1,023-foot-long siding, Coffey built 7 cattle pens. Cattle awaiting shipment were pastured on the Niobrara River south of here. As many as 3 cattle trains, each consisting of not less than 14 cars, were sometimes shipped at a time. Ranching continues as the major industry in Sioux County, but development of better roads and use of huge cattle trucks have reduced dependence on railroads. Sidings and pens used continuously through the 1940s were removed in 1958, and little remains to mark Coffey Siding and the pioneer ranching activity it represented. Okay, very interesting. It doesn't make much sense to me. Siding, it doesn't. I don't quite I mean, I understand the man's name was Coffey, but whatever. I guess, yeah. Just anyway, but it's beautiful. Like I said, I just crossed back over the Nebraska line, and I'm just right over the line. So it's like right here, like just right beyond is where you're facing is the Wyoming line. I already did the Wyoming line. I already took a little video of that. So it's 9 miles back to Harrison. I've already done my video there, and then it's back to Chadron. Okay, I am headed toward Crawford and then Chadron. Crawford will be my first stop at a gas station there. I hope it's still open so I can go use the restroom. If not, I can probably make it on into Chadron. Anyway, here is the sunset. You cannot see it from here. Well, the car's coming, so oh yes, it's gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm gonna have to take a couple of photos. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It's very very pretty out here. Okay, let's zoom all the way out and see if I can. Yes. However, it's not great. Okay, that's at 10x. You can barely see the sun. I was coming up. I'm traveling east. Oh shoot. And I looked in the rear view mirror and I could see this bright ball of red. And I said, you know what? Every night I've been getting a video or a couple pictures. Oops, zoomed all the way out. It likes to shake. Anyway, and I saw this and I said, you know what? I gotta get a picture of the sun. Let's zoom out just a little bit. You can barely see it now, but that stops it from shaking. Anyway, ooh, it's still shaking. Darn, I guess but you can see it on the video. It looks kind of a pinkish across the sky. Yeah, it's gorgeous. All right, absolutely gorgeous. This concludes the Wyoming-Nebraska border video. Let's see, next video is at an overlook in Nebraska on my way back to Chadron, Nebraska. It's a kind of a long video. It's actually it's at an overlook and it's a sunset. So anyway, this concludes this video. I hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Peace.